Hey guys, it's Andy. She blinded me with refractors, and as 2019 comes to a close, I wanted to make one final video of the year. And in this video, I will showcase the top 25 cards that I picked up during the year. And after I show this top 25, I'm also going to just kind of go through the list of some of the people that I was able to meet in the community this year and just maybe speak a little bit about that. So let's get to the countdown and then stay tuned afterwards for the community members that I was able to meet. All right, guys, so let's get to the top 25 countdown for 2019. Let's start off with the honorable mentions, and the only reason I would say these are honorable mentions is just because I didn't really want to include like any unopened stuff in the top 25 per se. So here's the honorable mentions. First thing we've got here is this 2013 Panini Prizm Basketball Blaster Box. I was able to find that on eBay, and it was listed along with a couple of other just random baseball blasters from the last couple of years, and it had an opening bid $49. So I saw that was in there, and I was like, well, I'll just kind of watch it, and towards the end, maybe throw a bid in there and see what happens. So I did that, and I threw a bid in towards the end. I think I put my max bid at like, I don't know, $150 or something, and took it down with the opening bid of $49. So you never know what you're going to find on eBay, guys. I think these blasters now are typically selling around $300. So that was a neat pickup. The other two unopened pieces that I'll show, and I've got two of those here, and those are the 2015-16 Panini Revolution basketball hobby cases. I was able to pick up a couple of those. Anybody that knows me knows how I feel about this product long term. It was the first year of Revolution basketball in 15-16. The Galactic cards in there, and you're going to see a couple of the Galactics, none from 15 unfortunately, but you'll see a couple of Galactic cards in the countdown. I'm a really big fan of those. They just kind of have that 90s feel to them, and I really think these cases are going to be big someday. So we'll see how that goes. So let's start the countdown off with number 25, and I was able to pick up three of these, so I'll just show all three at once. We got the 2019 Topps Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with the missing card number in a PSA 10. So all three of these were 10s. He didn't have just, a crazy year, but I thought he had a pretty solid year. So I was able to pick up these three all at once. I think I used the majority eBay bucks when I picked those up. So, happy to pick those up. I'm going to use this as one spot as well. So as you can see, I'm kind of cheating a little bit. These were both picked up at the National this year. And we've got, I'll show it this way. The first one is the 2013 Panini Prizm Kobe Bryant. This is the Guard Duty Orange Prizm. These are numbered to 60. And then the second one is the 2013-14 Panini Prizm Brilliance Kobe Orange Prizm. This one's numbered to 60 as well. So neat cards there. And it's another National pickup and another Orange Prizm. This is the 2013 Russell Westbrook Orange Prizm. This one numbered to 60 as well. PSA 10 on that one. Picked up a lot of orange prisms at the National. All right, so next up, this was pack pulled early in the year. This is the 2018 Panini Select Kevin Durant Neon Orange Pulsar. These were a first off the line exclusive. That one is numbered 11 of 13. Next up, we've got the 2017 Panini Revolution Showstoppers Galactic. And this is, you can kind of see what these Galactics kind of look like here. Lots going on these. First soccer card I've ever picked up, so neat edition there. This is a new edition, like I actually just got this one in. This is the 2017 Panini Revolution Russell Westbrook Galactic. Neat looking card. This is another one. I don't think I've shown this one on camera yet in a video. 2019 Panini Prism Gold Prism of Russell Westbrook. So throughout the year I've picked up a lot of different gold Westbrooks, as you'll see a few more here in the countdown. These are numbered of 10. This one's 2 of 10. Back to Galactics. 2019 Panini Unparalleled Galactic. This is Patrick Mahomes. Lots of shine on this card. Next up, this was pulled out of a pack here at the local card shop here. This is the Heritage Ronald Acuna Jr. Rookie Cup Auto. So I bought a single box and fortunate enough to pull this Ronnie. So next up, another local card shop purchase. 2018 Panini Prism Trae Young Red, White, and Blue. Nice looking card. Another Trae Young coming in next. 2018 Panini Prism Green Prism Trae. I like the way the greens look. I think the greens are really undervalued for all the years, but another story for another day. Next up, we're hitting the Galactics again. 2018 Russell Westbrook Galactic. This one's in a 10. Bought this raw off of eBay. Got it graded by PSA and it came back a 10. More Galactics. 2017 Panini Revolution. This is the Showstopper Galactic of Russell Westbrook. Just love these Galactics. Next up, another gold Russ. 2016 Panini Prism Gold Prism. This one numbered 4 of 10. And you can't have the 16 without the 17, right? So 2017 Gold Prism Russ. This one's back at 9.5. And it is 6 of 10. So we're getting into the top 10 here, I believe. So we've got the 2018-19 Prism Luka Red, White, and Blue. This was another one that I picked up at the local card shop here. BGS 9.5. I was able to get this one before they really kind of shot up. All right, so we got another orange, another national purchase. 2013 Panini Prism, Kevin Durant. This is the orange prism numbered to 60. Got to get that etching in there for my man Eric, those back pages. Great looking card. This one was a pack pull early on in the year. 2018 Optic Trae Young. This is the orange. This one I got graded, came back a 10. These are numbered to 199. This one's 24 of 199. I think when I got this graded, these were probably less than $100. Next up, this is probably one of my favorite Westbrook cards that I have. 2013 Panini Prism Gold Prism. I just love this one because it's got so much gold on it. This was one of their best designs. And this one is 2 of 10. Next up, package deal here, so I'll show both of these together. These are two of my other favorite Westbrooks. 2009 Topps Chrome Gold Refractors of Russell Westbrook. I was able to pick these up at the same time, same seller. One came back a 10, one came back an 8. And they're numbered to 50. So here we go. We're getting down to the end here, guys. Another national pickup. The 2013 Prism Steph Curry Orange Prism. These 2013 Prisms just look great to me. Just love the design of that year. These are numbered to 60, of course. And top 4 cards, surprisingly enough, there are no Westbrooks, no Galactics, and no basketball, actually. Interesting, huh? So here we go at number 4. We've got the 2017 Panini Prism Patrick Mahomes Prism. This one's a 10. This one does not have the surface dimple that can be right in this area where you can see the light shining on it. So happy to pick up this nice clean copy of the Mahomes Prism. All right, number 3. We got the 2017 Bowman Chrome Ronald Acuna Gold Refractor. And these are numbered to 50. This one is 20 of 50. And just to show you guys that I am big on Acuna, here's the 2017 Bowman Chrome Orange Refractor. And these, of course, are numbered to 25. This one is 4 of 25. And topping off the list, early year pickup, just a classic, iconic card. I've wanted this card for a long time. Finally able to find one that I liked, had the great centering that I like to look for on vintage cards. 54 Topps, Hank Aaron. So that is the list of the top 25 pickups of this year. And now let's talk a little bit about some of the people that I was able to meet. All right, guys. So now let's talk about, some of the people in the community. Some of these guys, a few of them I knew prior to this year, and some of them, I just met this year, but made a lot of great friends this year in the community, and obviously still the ones that I have are great as well. So just a great year overall in the community. Let's start off. I've got a list here of people I just kind of wanted to briefly talk about. First off, my man Michael Double X the Beast. Crazy collecting year for him. He sold his massive Grant Hill collection, probably the best Grant Hill collection in the world, and was able to buy his dream house for his family. And more recently, he's really gotten back into comic books, so he's having a lot of fun with that, and I'm sure he'll be back collecting cards as well soon. So go check it. Go check out his channel, Double X the Beast, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. Next up, we got Mike, Baseball Collector. I think most of you guys have probably heard of Mike. This year, I was able to, become really great friends with Mike. He and I stayed together at the national convention. I was invited to his house to come stay the night up there, watch a Texas Rangers game. I even celebrated his birthday with him. He came here into Oklahoma. His daughter goes to school at OU, so I met up with him in Norman. We, spent part of the day at the card shop here, part of the day at the casino. Just had a great day. Just really, really glad to, have made a great friend in Mike. Next up, another guy that's just, became a great friend of mine, Eric, those back pages. He and I had texted back and forth prior to the National, but that was the first time we actually met, and it was just like meeting up with an old friend. I mean, it's kind of like we already knew each other. He and I talk all the time now. We really enjoy picking each other's brains. We have a lot of similar interests as far as collecting goes. And Eric, another guy that's just, become a really, really great friend of mine. Next up, we have JT, who's Triple Crown 24. I had never met JT prior to the National, and man, what a great young man JT is. I say young man because he's probably could be the youngest guy that's in this community, actually. I mean, that has his own channel, and he has gotten the nickname the Cardboard Apprentice, and I'm just been really, really happy to get to know JT. He does a lot of just kind of offline video chats with, Mike and Eric and I and a few other guys hop in occasionally, but it's been really great just to get to know JT and just kind of see what he's got going on. He's been setting up at a lot of shows, and just a real bright future ahead for JT, and I'm just happy to know him. Next guy up is Mark, Stove Sports. Really enjoyed Mark's channel prior to meeting him at the National, and I think I enjoy it even more now after getting to know him a little bit. He's just super great guy. He's funny, as you can expect, as you see from his videos. Just recently he had his first YouTube live video, and I was able to get on there and kind of hang out, talk with him for a couple hours on there, and just a great guy. I mean, you guys know what Mark's all about. Next up is Scotty Tradition. Another guy that I met this year at the show. Just a super, one of the most down-to-earth guys you'll ever meet. Throughout this year since I've met him, I've really enjoyed going back and forth with him, talking college football. He's a big Wisconsin fan. I'm a big OU fan. We've chatted a lot like during the games, and talking cards, talking basketball, football, baseball, a little bit of everything, but just a super great guy. So just happy to know him as well. Next up, Stefan, Sports Card Fam. I was able to meet him at the National. Another great guy, just funny as can be. I mean, if you watch any of his videos, you're obviously going to know he's a pretty funny guy. Up North Collectors, Mike and Luke. I was able to spend a fair amount of time with them at the National, and I've kept in touch with them since then. Just just a great example in this hobby of a father-son duo, and the collecting. It's something that they just are able to do together, and I just really enjoy their channel. They do a lot of box breaks and stuff, so I get to see what the newer products look like. So yeah, just a couple of great dudes there. Ray from Philly. Didn't meet Ray at the National, but I've got to chat with him several times on some of these little offline, video chats that we do, and he's funny. Ray is funny. Um, he makes quite a few videos, which are always enjoyable, and he would probably even make more videos, but he's too exhausted. Um, Blue Jacket 66, Dave and his son Caden. Man, what an honor to meet you guys at the National. I've kept in touch since then, and Dave is just, man. I mean, he's unlike anyone else in this community. He's always going to let you know what is on his mind, and as you can see through his channel, just a lot of the stuff that he's given away to people. I mean, he has a big heart, and I just really appreciated Dave and Caden. That was one of the real highlights for me this year, meeting those two guys. Next up, the legendary Mike O had an absolute blast talking with Mike O this summer at the National. I mean, I could say this about everybody that I've met. Just a great down to earth guy. Knowledgeable about the hobby, does so many different things. And just another good one there. Next up, Nolan Elite Co 3. So I was able to meet Nolan at the National, and that was it was fun for me, because I don't know that I would be on YouTube if it wasn't for Nolan. Like, there were several other guys that I watched their videos, but he was the first guy that I really started watching like a bunch of his videos. And so it was super cool to meet him. I mean, he's definitely one of the most knowledgeable guys in this hobby. He knows a little bit about everything. So that was fun to be able to meet him. Next, Tops 85 4018. Just has, a legendary channel. He's a great guy. He's another guy I think he's a lot funnier in person than his videos, but just a cool guy to talk to. And yeah. So Bob Lewis. Bob Lewis. One of the great memories from this summer was seeing Bob get his 2000 SP Authentic Tom Brady rookie graded and having it come back a 9. He had that card in his collection forever. Just a great moment to be able to witness that, and just to see the joy on his face. And he's another one of those guys. I mean, he's just gives a lot to this community, and I really appreciate some Bob Lewis. Next up, we've got Phil Filmington. Polarizing. He's a very polarizing guy in this community. I've always liked Phil, and he's one of the smartest guys, I think, in this community, as far as like recognizing not only what a card is valued at currently, but what it will be in the future. And he has a really neat approach to the way that he comes up with this stuff. He's very calculating, analytical, so I can definitely appreciate that. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a collaboration here with Phil coming up in the next week or so, so be on the lookout for that. Andrew, Nuff Said Cards. Super cool dude. Like, obviously everybody knows him as like a vintage guru. Everybody kind of like, he's one of the go-to guys if somebody has a question about pre-war stuff. And I was able to hang out with him a little bit at the Net 54 dinner at the National, and just kind of visit with him and kind of pick his brain on a few things. And I've been able to also keep up with him throughout this year. And yeah, man, he's just super stand-up dude. Can't wait to meet up with him again. Next up, Canadian Cards, Mike. I did not meet Mike, I don't believe, at the National. If I did, it was very briefly, but I have got to speak with him on multiple occasions since then. Another great guy. I mean, just I could say that about everyone, I guess, and I guess I probably have. It's probably getting a little bit redundant, me calling everybody a great guy, but it's just, I mean, it is. Everybody that I've met this year has been just super cool. Next up, Ed Weskergriff. This guy, he's funny. I like some Ed. He makes his videos entertaining, and I think he just makes life entertaining. I mean, when you're around him, there's always some you got to watch your back. There's always some fun stuff going on with Ed, so I really like Ed. Next, my buddy Dane, CardTech710. Dane and I have never met in person. I have talked to him on the phone several times, and he's became a good friend of mine throughout the year. We kind of bounce ideas off of each other about different cards and stuff like that. And he's done some PSA submissions lately, and he's been kind enough to let me send a few cards in with him on those. So thanks for that, Dane. Next up, we got Abel in Vegas. Abel is another guy that I was able to hang out with at the show. He was at the PSA luncheon. What else? I think the Topps Q&A. Yeah, so I was able to hang out with him, and I've another guy that I've also kept up with throughout the year. Go check out his videos. He's putting out a top 100 right now of his collection, and it's been pretty impressive so far. So yeah, go check out Abel in Vegas. Next up is a guy that I haven't met him, but to me, he's just one of those guys in the community that you just kind of feel like just through his comments, basically. And that's Gary Bink Scott. Gary to me seems like a super stand-up guy, and he's not I like Gary because he's not afraid to express his opinion, regardless of whether it's the popular thing to say or not. He just he'll say what's on his mind, and I respect that. Next up, we got Bill, the Hall of Fame collector. Was able to hang out with Bill a little bit at the show. He's another guy that I've talked to on a couple of these video chats. He has just a crazy Hall of Fame autograph collection, kind of like Mike does. And my favorite video of Bill's is his Back to the Future collection. That stuff is crazy impressive. So yeah. Next up, we got Snoop 12922. Was able to hang out with Snoop a little bit at the show. Really enjoyed spending time with him. Always enjoy his episodes of Beyond Cardboard when he has time in between his busy schedule to be able to put those out. So yeah, let's get one of those out, Snoop. By the way, I haven't seen one in a while. Next up, my man Josh, Rated Rookie. Josh and I have a lot of similar collecting interests, so it was great to meet him. And he and I have talked on the phone several times, texted back and forth since then. And yeah, man, I mean, I think he's one of the guys in this community that I would say that the way that he likes to collect probably mirrors mine more than almost anyone else. So it's always fun to talk to Josh. Joe, Silver Jackify. Fun guy, right? He is, man. There's always excitement going on when he's there. I mean, he's loud, he's funny, and he's just one of those guys that everybody wants to be around. I mean, he's just fun. So, and Joe had just a tremendous collecting year. Go check out his 2019 year in review video. Next up, Garrett Card Cutter. Never met him in person. I've had the great opportunity to talk with him a couple times as well this year. He's a funny guy too. I could say that. There's just so many guys that are funny. I mean, everybody almost in this community is funny, but yeah, Garrett, great dude. Just glad to know him. Dave's midlife card crisis. Met him at the show, and also met up with him this summer whenever went to the Texas Rangers game with Mike, baseball collector. Dave Wynn as well, so got to hang out with him a little more. We went to a card shop and stuff. So that was fun. Mark from Kentucky. Never met Mark in person. Had the opportunity to talk with him a couple of times on some of these video chats. Super cool dude. Lou, Wax Pack Poetic. Met him at the show. Hung out with him a little bit. Mark Fu 3112. Yeah, I mean, if you saw his videos, he obviously had a good national and a good 2019. Picked up a couple monster cards. Super cool dude, super chill. Whenever we were at the YouTube meetup there, he was, letting everyone look at his cards. These are high dollar cards, by the way, so just super cool of him to do that. And I look forward to meeting up with Mark again. Pepino Man, Caesar. Yeah. Pepino Man. Yeah. He's just crazy. I mean, he's just as crazy in person, I think. Super fun guy, though. Great guy. Jeff, Pack Geek. He was another guy that when I went to the Texas Rangers game this summer, he went with Mike and Dave and I. So great to chat with him. He's a fun guy as well. And Brian B-Roth 6, super cool dude. Just a super focused, dedicated collector, super knowledgeable too. Like Brian's he's a smart guy, and yeah, just very fortunate to have met him and had a chance to keep up with him throughout the year as well. And then there's some of the newer guys that I just recently met. These were a couple of guys that were on the open mic night that I did with Mike a couple of weeks ago. Kevin Jones, Big Harv, Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards, Joey from Don't Call My Wax Junk. So go check out those guys' channels. So I've rambled on long enough, guys. Just wanted to shout out as many people as possible. And I'm sure there's lots of other people that I met throughout the year, but this was just kind of a quick list that I threw together just to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys. And this has been the most fun year that I've had in collecting. And I've been, collecting since I was 7 years old. So yeah, that says a lot. And it's really, the cards, the cards are great. The cards are great. I love the cards, but the community and the people have just made this such a great year for me. And look forward to, continuing to meet more people, make more friends, and let's see what 2020 brings. All right, guys. Catch you later.